Hey there. So if you are running a small service-based business, maybe you're running like a B2B service, or maybe you're even running a B2C kind of service, um, it's time to take social media seriously for 2025, because if you're not playing on social, it means every day you fall a little bit further behind, because these platforms like the Instagrams, the TikToks, they're here to stay, guys. And what's happening is you're literally spending hours every day scrolling through on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. Um, you're getting a lot of your information from social media. What that means is your customers are literally getting their information from social media as well. And if you're not the one that's putting out that information, guess what? It means you're leaving your competitors to get all that information, and ultimately to get all that business from social. Social is literally driving hundreds of billions of dollars worth of business at this point. Like, that's really where a huge chunk of the economy. Now, there's the offline economy as well. I won't dispute that. Restaurants, hotels, gas stations, retail stores, malls, and things like that. That also drives a huge chunk of traffic, like just as big, probably even bigger. But at this point, I would estimate that the online space is at least 25% or 30% or more of the economy. That's just my estimate. I haven't looked at any numbers. It's probably more, right? That's just a layman's estimate. So the thrust of the thing, guys, is that if you are doing any kind of small business, you need to take social media very seriously. So for 2025, what you want to do is you want to have some kind of playbooks that you're actioning. So I'm going to give you three of them, right, that I think are really good and can actually get you really far if you take them seriously all throughout 2025. The first one, which is really neat, is YouTube. You guys need to get on YouTube, all right? YouTube can actually pay you money just for publishing on YouTube. Like, you can earn YouTube AdSense revenue, like YouTube advertising revenue. Like, you can get in on that pie where YouTube runs an ad on your video, like a pre-roll, mid-roll, post-video ad, and you get a slice of the income, right? You get some of that money. Um, that's a good sign right there that you can actually make money in this YouTube thing. But even beyond that, let's say you're running like an accounting service, a lot of your target customers are going to be going on YouTube, literally searching out, like, how do I fill out this particular tax form, or how do I do my end of year accounts, right? Like little small businesses that are run by entrepreneurs. The entrepreneur might actually be looking for the exact thing that you can help them out with. Now you can put out a video and say, hey, this is how you do it, and if you need help, check out my accounting service, right? Like, now you're actually helping people, but you're also getting exposure, and this is gonna grow your business, guys. Now, you don't need to be an accounting business to do this. You can be doing like a tutoring service. You could be doing language tutoring. You go online, you post some online language lessons. Let's say you're teaching Swahili, or you're teaching you're teaching a Haitian Creole, or you're teaching you're teaching Mexican, like Mexican Spanish, right? So then you go on and you post up some lessons, right? Like, guys, these are some Mexican Spanish lessons, and you start a channel around that, and you link to your tutoring service, right? Like in your videos. This is how you do it, guys. It's easy to talk about, it's easy to think about, but a lot of people don't want to do it because they're just a little bit too lazy to actually go on and do it. And we have our dog here. He thinks he's maybe gonna be on camera. Hey, boy, you ain't going to be on camera right now. So anyhow, You could be doing like a dog sitting service, and you could go on and share like, here are some tips for how to train your dogs, right? Like these are some of the things you can do. And as you are giving those tips online, uh, on your YouTube channel, then people kind of check out, what you're talking about, and if they need the service, then they can actually just, hit you up and sign up for your service, and that's how you're gonna get a lot more service customers for yourself. Now, the second play is gonna be Twitter, just because some people say, hey, I get what you're saying, but going on YouTube, being on YouTube, having to do videos, having to edit videos, having to thumbnail and cut videos, things like I don't even know where to even begin. Like, I'm not great in camera. I'm not great at speaking, public speaking, or anything like that. Um, to each their own, right? I would encourage anybody to basically just do the YouTube anyway, because you're gonna learn skills. We all have to learn new skills. Like, for example, for myself to go on YouTube, for the longest time I didn't want to edit a video. So there was a time when I had some people, right, helping me out with my video but there came a time when I had to learn how do you edit a video. I had to learn like how do you edit a YouTube video, and I had to pull out the software and start clicking around on the buttons. And man, like for like the first day or two, I hated it, man. I didn't want to play around with them buttons. Like, that wasn't the thing. But eventually I had to learn, right? And after like a week of doing that, after like 2-3 weeks, I was like, this is kind of neat, right? Like, this is kind of neat. Like, we're learning a new skill. Anything you've learned, even how to count. There was a time when you were a little kid, you didn't know how to count, but you could see your sisters, your big brothers and sisters. Oh, them guys could count. You're like, how are they doing that? And then you start looking at the books, and you might have even thought, this looks crazy, and ain't no way I want to learn this, I want to do this. But after a while of doing it, you think it's kind of cool. Like, you're showing off to your mom or to your family. Like, hey, check out, I can count. I can count how many fingers I got. I got 10 fingers, right? Like, that was a new skill but the very first time you try it, it's a little bit uncomfortable. Same thing with YouTube or any social media. But if you absolutely don't want to do YouTube, then you have the option of going text only. And that's Twitter. So going on Twitter, posting tweets. And if you want to be on Twitter, I would encourage you, like, try to post 10 tweets per day. Maybe half of them can be threads, right? Which means multiple tweets in a continuous thread. So, but at least if you're posting at least 10 times, whether individual tweets or whether some of those 10 are actually threads, posting 10 times a day, I mean, not 10 times a week. Oh, none of that. We're going heavy. We want to make progress quick. You want to get customers, right, for your service business. So you're not going to post 10 times a week. You're going to post 10 times a day on Twitter. And then what you're going to do is you want to give some tips around your service. Let's say like you're doing like a commercial cleaning service, and then you can say like, oh, this is how you clean your office so that it's properly cleaned, and your visitors to your office are gonna think great things about your corporate brand, right? And you give your tips, and you just write those tips out, whether in threads or individual tweets, and then you link to a link where they can book a call with you, or where they can sign up to get more information from your business. It might be like a free guide, or you're linking them to actually book a call with you. So that's literally how you promote on Twitter. Posting 10 times a day. And the other thing is, if you're posting 10 times a day, then you want to be commenting on other people's tweets 20 to 50 times a day. That's how you're gonna see a lot of growth on Twitter. And if you do this, it becomes actually kind of easy to grow on Twitter. Okay, so that's play number 2. And then the final play you guys want to use is you want to go on Facebook groups. Facebook groups, guys, are a gold mine for service businesses. Like, I would venture to say almost everybody that you know is on Facebook. And going into groups and posting helpful tips about your service is a way that you start to get attention on yourself. Like there's literally billions of people on Facebook. This is powerful. You gotta get into it. And don't just post on your don't just post your own post. By all means, do that and be posting like at least 10 times a day. But don't overdo it. If you post too many times in the same group, you might get banned, or Facebook might flag you. That kind of thing. So with groups, you wanna post maybe in 10 groups a day and just one post in each group per day. But that's a lot of posts. And then in addition to those 10 posts, you want to comment on other people's posts. And you can do that like 20, 30, 40, 50 times a day. You can go in and be commenting, engaging in the conversation. There you can really go ape. You can really go insane, right? But what this is going to do is on your main profile, link back to where they can book a call with you, or they can download some free information from your business. This is going to get exposure and clients for your service business. So those three tips, guys, that's literally how you can turn social media into a gold mine for your service-based business in 2025.